Hey everybody, welcome back. I got it. This is the Monoprice Indio OS-20, their offset model guitar. And this thing doesn't stay in stock very long, especially at the price I got it for. These are normally $149.99. I did a video a couple of days ago giving you guys an alert on a great deal. They're normally $149.99 on the Monoprice website. Occasionally, Monoprice runs a sale where these things are like $119.99 or $118.99, which is a great deal. And eBay, a seller, had them for $70.12, and I found the same exact deal on Walmart for $70.12, where I bought this. Pulled the trigger, and I gave the link and the heads up to the folks on the channel. It's sold out. It came back. There were two more in stock. They went. So now it's currently out of stock on the Walmart site. But keep checking Walmart and eBay, because the model does come up from time to time on a crazy good deal. And in this particular case, $70.12 for this guitar is nuts. It's really good. And as Monoprice normally does, they ship the guitar with this padded gig bag. So a gig bag and this guitar for $70.12 is a phenomenal deal. So what's the guitar? It's an offset. You either hate them or love them. I am not a big offset fan, personally. I'm not a surf music guy. I'm not into punk rock. So these guitars are normally associated with those styles of music, which are not my milieu. I'm more of a classic rock type of person, I should say. But this guitar at $70.12 piqued my interest, especially the fact that it's in such demand. It's out of stock very fast. Monoprice for a while didn't even have this guitar in stock for like a year and a half. And then they finally got it back. And a lot of people like these guitars because they're different. Right? It's sort of a Frankenstein monster type of thing. If you remember the old Squier 51s, which was kind of a hybrid guitar, a little bit of Strat, a little bit of Telly, a little bit of P-Bass, all mixed in one. Well, this guy has a Stratocaster, a Hot Strat, or an HSS Strat personality in the body of a Jaguar. Right? You can see it's the offset Jaguar-style body, but it has the humbucker in the bridge and two singles, so it's got that hot-rodded Strat feel to it. It also has a 5-way switch, which is interesting. A lot of these guitars have 3 ways. And it has 1 volume and 1 tone. So I really like the guitar in terms of the way it feels and the sound on it. What's unusual for the Monoprices at this price point is the neck is a glossed neck. And it's not, a lot of people have described this as being, really, really overly glossed. In my opinion, it's not. It has just about the right amount of gloss on it. For those of you that don't like gloss and like satin finish necks, you won't like this guitar. But I don't mind it. I actually think it's a nice, fast feeling neck. The headstock also has this gloss on it, where it just says Indio Classic. You can see 2 string trees. There's the truss rod adjustment. The nut on here is a plastic nut. It's an ABS nut, although it is cut nicely. I've seen some of the reviews on this guitar stating that the tuning knobs are not set evenly, and that was a problem. This particular guitar lined up perfect, no issues with the tuner or the tuning keys. These are cheap tuners. They're okay. They're your basic import cheap tuners that you find on budget guitars. They do hold tune, and they don't feel overly sticky. So I find them to be acceptable. If you're a touring musician, somebody that plays out, records, you're probably going to want to upgrade these tuners. But for me, again, for my abilities and being a hobbyist, they are fine. The pickups that come with this guitar are ceramics. They're fine as well. I find them to be really decent quality stock ceramic pickups. I don't mind them at all. The body is basswood. The fretboard is supposed to be rosewood. I have no reason to argue that, although at this price point I am a little suspect, but Monoprice claims it is a rosewood fretboard. The fret ends are sharp on this guitar. That's the one downside. Monoprice supposedly has a luthier that looks at these guitars before they're shipped out. Wasn't done very well in this case. These do have sharp fret ends. Minor point. I can take to that and file them down a bit, so that's not a big deal. 22 frets. They look like medium jumbo frets to me. Went over. It's got a 5-way switch, and the switch feels very good on this guitar. It's got nice, tension to it. It's not one of these flimsy feeling switches. It does have one volume knob and one tone knob. It has a single ply pickguard, black pickguard on here. And this is a true white color. So some of the whites that you get these days are yellows, and I've already gone through a review on that, and cream colored and off-white and you name it. This is a true white, pure white I would call it, snow white, whatever you want to call it, color. The guitar does come with the gig bag, as I showed you, and it also comes with a cheap cord and the truss rod adjustment, as well as the knob for the tremolo bar, I should say, which is pure white, the cap on it as well. Now, one of the interesting things is the pickups and the controls, the volume and tone, are off-white. They're like a antique white. I don't know how well that comes up on this camera and the lighting in here, but it's really a nice contrast. So these are clearly a different shade than the white on the guitar. Again, if they're not being picked up on the camera, I want to make that point, which is really neat. The headstock is typical Monoprice. I'm not really crazy about the beak, but I guess they have to put it on here to not have any sort of copyright issues with Fender. Yeah, so that's the guitar, the overview of the guitar in a nutshell. I really like it. It does have a little bit of neck dive. I'll say that, right? Because the body, it's a big body, and it's a small little headstock on this thing. So there is a bit of neck dive. But if you're sitting and you put a strap on, you can probably solve that problem. It's a nit for me. It's not a big deal. The fretboard was a little bit on the dry side, but not terrible. And again, I can put a little lemon oil on that and take care of that. The action out of the box on this was really pretty good. I don't have to anticipate making any changes to the action out of the box. It's low enough for me that I like it. And the intonation is fine. So I'll play it a little bit so you can hear what the guitar sounds like. But again, if you can find these guitars for $70, plus tax, obviously, free shipping, and a gig bag that comes with it, it's crazy good in terms of what you're getting, the quality of this guitar for that price. Really crazy good. So let's play some clean chords, and then we'll put on a little bit of distortion as well. Let you hear what it sounds like. So the neck pickup is engaged on this one. And now the neck and the middle pickup. Just the middle pickup. Middle and bridge. Finally, just the bridge, which is a humbucker. Just the humbucker engaged here. So you could probably hear the humbucker is substantially louder than the single coils, which is not totally unusual, but there is a volume difference, a noticeable volume difference in the humbucker versus these single coils, these ceramic pickups. Let's put on some gain. You can hear what it sounds like with some crunch on the guitar. So guys, that's just a little bit of what the guitar sounds like. All in all, I'm very happy with this Monoprice offset. It's light. I would say this thing probably weighs under 8 pounds. So it's not a heavy guitar, although it does have a big body to it. It is a full-scale guitar, 25.5-inch scale length. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something a little bit different, you want that, surf look or that offset look, but you're kind of a classic rocker guy and want the Strat appointments on the guitar, then you kind of got it with this, because you have that surf rock look with Strat appointments for all intent and purposes. You've got the humbucker single configuration with a 5-way switch. So any questions, put them below in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. If you find these videos helpful or useful to you, please subscribe. And guys, as always, until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care.